Good evening, beautiful people. All right, we recording late tonight, man. As you can see, I still got my work clothes on. Hector still got his work clothes on, man. It's been a long day today, but in order to take accountability for what has passed and what will be, there's no time like presently. So, for all of those with mouths and ears, can we have a moment of your time? We want to gain some perspective. Can we have a PCO mind? What's going on,
Uh,
gentlemen, man? Hector, I see you there with the new cut. What's going on, B?
yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
Hey,
Had to do it, bro. Had to get rid of them
hey,
curls, man.
hey, Hey, heck, man, we were still in school, man. Remember what used to happen when you had a fresh cut, man?
Everybody,
yeah.
Fresh cut?
they come for you, man.
What's going on?
Before we get too deep, Frank, I'm hearing a little bit of an echo, so I don't know if you got the cancellation on, but
Cancellation
uh,
is on. Let me turn my volume down a bit. Maybe that might help.
might help it.
That's a little better.
Nah, I still hear it there.
All right, hold on. We're gonna make some adjustments real quick.
I'll keep it going though, man. But yeah, I had to get rid of the curls, bro. Like I let my hair, grow since November. I did that no shave November. Well, I just let my hair grow too. You know what I mean?
True.
And so, like almost 6 months in, man, I was just like, yeah, it's gotta be gone now. Like, and my hair, it grows pretty quick, man. And those 5 or so months, hell, my hair was like probably like 6 inches, 6 inches long or so. And so it just started to be a lot. Like the morning routine, I had to wake up every morning and like, the whole thing to get that shit cleaned and ready, bro. It was just a lot. Got tired of that shit.
I don't think my mic working now, man. You still hear the
Uh,
echo?
no echo, but we hear you.
All right, fine. Whatever, man. All right.
But yeah, man,
Yeah, you had it since no shave November, huh?
yeah, I left it. I left it since November, man. And Kate, she liked the curls, man. But like, I like them too. I still got a little bit up on the top, man. It's not the not the shortest, but or the longest rather. I cut it a little short, but
Yeah.
yeah, it was time. It was time.
Yeah, I'm actually. I can't wait till my hair grow back, man. I'm ready to lock it back up, man.
That's what's up.
The short haircut, man. I had it already, man. It was
Yeah.
nice. It was refreshing, man. But I'm ready to start my lock journey all over again, man.
I feel you.
And I think I want to do it the natural way. I know they got like all these new ways of doing it and getting extensions and stuff like that. But I think I want to just go through the process. I kind of like seeing the different phases. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah. That's
Here
what's
we
up.
go again.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I have the patience for it. I mean, I would like to have locks again. It's been years, but it probably wouldn't even take that long. Thinking about it. My hair grows kind of fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what, man? Brian always had growing hair, yo. And it's so crazy because I recall him being tender-headed. I think that's why he cut his hair off. He was tender-headed, but his hair grew way faster than mine, bro. It's crazy.
That's what's up. Shit.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So,
I could do it to some extent, man, but not too long. And it's crazy too, because I went 5-6 months without, like, I'll put the shower head and let the water run on my head, but I don't actually feel it up against like the back of my head and my scalp with those curly ass, the curls I had. So, bro, like, you ever grab those like those little metal prongs and you put it on your head and it goes over your head? That little, like, dude, that's what it felt like to me the first time the water touched the back of my head. I was like, oh my, like I'm over here twitching and spazzing because I haven't felt that in a long time. It was pretty funny, man.
Hey, man, I heard you. I remember you were saying you was doing your coaching class, man. You went and did your coaching yesterday, man. How was that? What was the experience like?
Honestly, I did kind of hype myself up. I did want more from that experience, but it was still cool. Because we got to go in there and we kind of did like a little introduction to see all the coaches, who's coaching what, because there's a bunch of different grade and level divisions. So you've got like the second graders, you've got the fifth graders, you've got the seventh and eighth graders, and then all the coaches doing it. And I was the only high school coach that showed up, which, it was funny because as soon as I said, yeah, I'm the high school coach, everybody kind of whipped their head to look at me like, oh, you're dealing with the big group. Like, you know what I mean? So it made me feel a certain way, like, uh-oh, like, am I getting ready to get chewed out by a bunch of, like teenagers, or is everybody like, oh, that's cool. You took the harder group. Because the group I'm coaching, at the end of our season, there's a tournament. It's a legit tournament that, we'll play in. So, it'll be pretty cool because we get our 6 or 7 regular season games, and then we play in this state tournament, for all the high schools in the area that can compete, that make it. So, if we do well, I can end up in this tournament, which is kind of dope. So I'm actually really excited about that. I'm not trying to be too hopeful, being this the first time I'm coaching at the high school level, but at the same time, I feel like I might be able to get them hyped up enough to, to show out on the court and do their thing. And so I'm looking forward to it, man. And yeah, and so practice, that starts on this coming, not this Friday, not tomorrow, but that starts next Friday, the 29th. So I'll be able to get my first practice in, and yeah, and we just go, man. So the whole experience was cool. It was chill.
Yeah, you know what, man? I think go for it, bro. Why not, man? First time coaching high school, man. Go for try to get up in that tournament, bro, man. You just don't get far, man. Hell yeah, push them kids, man.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna try, man.
Encourage them, get them moving, yo.
Yeah. So I got lots of ideas for different drills, different, ways to do it. I've reached out for some kind of outsider experience to come in and kind of maybe take an hour and, talk to them and show them what's up. And so, yeah, I feel like, I'm in a good place for it, man. I'm excited for it, and it's just gonna be one of those things, man. Like I don't know what really to expect. But I know it's going to be good regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like the feeling I'm feeling now, I'm going to be able to carry that all the way through, man. I'm really looking forward to that shit.
Yeah, now I'm looking forward to hearing more about it, man.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to hearing more about
it. Yeah, it's always good to have something to look forward to too. So you know, that's the type of thing that keeps us going.
Right. No, yeah, exactly. It's one of those things, man. I'm just kind of stepping out of my comfort zone and just trying something new, and it's paid off. It's made me feel like complete and whole in a way. I'm taking my free time and donating it to something, bigger than me, better than me. So yeah, it just feels good to be a part of something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like otherwise, I'd be playing a video game, or I'd be working on something else, or I don't know. I don't know what I'd be doing, but I'm happy to be doing what I'm doing for sure. It's just, like I said, it's the experience, man. So I'll never say that I never tried,
Yeah, man. You could be doing anything else, man. You could be doing nothing, for real. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that too. Ain't nothing wrong with relaxing. Ain't nothing wrong with gaming, man. But at the end of the day, like if you gamed your whole life, right?
Yep.
We said impact is gonna be our thing this year. We're going for impact. Why am I holding this mic? we said impact is gonna be our thing this year. I mean, not to say you can't make an impact on a video game, but like, if you was to die tomorrow, man, you know what I mean? You might have some not tomorrow, but if you was to die soon, you'll have some students that might want to come to your funeral, man. You know what I mean? But if you just sitting there gaming and not really presenting yourself, putting yourself out there, letting people get to know you and feel your passion, you know what I mean? Then when you die, who's gonna know?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you want to create impact, we only have the only thing we don't have the past. You know what I mean? We can't predict the future. All we have is right now, man. And in this moment, you chose to do something bigger than yourself, man. And that's gonna be in somebody's past. You're gonna be in somebody else's past in their memory. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's dope. Yeah.
Coach Hector. You know what I'm saying? Coach Hector got me started in this, man. So I'm excited, bro. I can't wait to hear more, man. I'm excited.
I'm ready.
You guys had me hyped this week, man. Talking to you about getting ready to start with the fitness program. Ryan telling me he gonna join in, man. it's been having my mind going, man. So I even started to
Hey,
try to like create a syllabus to
okay.
get started, man. But I wanna start like really building out the program so I can start pitching it, man. So I can see if I get my hands on a handful of kids and almost be like a big brother mentor kind of thing, man. I always imagined that for myself, even in my 20s, man. I always thought I was like cool enough to be somebody's big brother mentor kind of thing, but
Mm,
I never did it. You know what I mean? I never did it. I was too busy chasing work, chasing money, raising kids and stuff like that, my own. But
yep.
now I'm at a place where I'm like, yo, you know what? I still feel the same way. It wouldn't be bad. It wouldn't be tried bad to be a mentor to someone. And I like the idea even more now because it's a program I'm creating. You know what I mean? Let me
Yeah.
mentor you in my way. And then
Right.
when I'm
Oh
then,
yeah.
then when I'm done for that hour and a half, 2 hours we together, you go home, man. I'm done. That's it.
No, that's cool, Frank. Y'all like like it's the words are essentially they kind of correlate in the sense where coach and mentor are kind of chasing that same goal, but yeah, like being a mentor, being a coach, yeah, that's a good thing, man. That's a good point. Like I think yeah, I found myself to be in that place of of that willingness to try something new and then show or teach or educate someone. And that's exactly what a mentor is, man. It's someone that's willing to take a moment out of their time to show you the ropes and kind of get you right, in season. And so, yeah, bro, like I feel like it is that time, man. That's where we at, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what, man? It's really exciting to think about doing this journey alongside my brother here, alongside Brian, man, because Brian got his own fitness journey to tell people about. Brian got his own
Mhm.
story, like so now they get. I feel like when we get our hands on a few kids, man, they get two different perspectives. You know what I mean? People who started at two different times, people who have to kind of like game plan different. You
Mhm.
know what I mean, as far as getting to our goals you know. So
Right.
I think it's gonna put a doper spin on the whole scenario. Then not only that, I feel like it's a great opportunity for Brian to actually get to speak his fitness journey a little more. Even though it's to kids or whatever, it's like it's all in good practice. Because I know when Brian takes to his own live streaming or however Brian's gonna take to the camera aside from right here on Piece of Your Mind, like I know that's one of the things Brian wanted to get into is like sharing his fitness journey, man, and
Mhm.
his passion. You know what I mean? What ignited it for him, and what keeps him going and stuff like that. Brian's actually a really organized guy. You know what I'm saying? And it's so
Yeah.
funny again because our journeys are so different. Like if you know me, I'm like really like I don't know, just it's so funny. Like the way I feel about myself like in general, like I feel like I'm free spirited, like free nate. I don't like being stuck to one thing. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? And I don't really like the restrictions. I don't know. It's like I'm like a rebel. I don't know. Like really deep down in my soul, I have no idea why. But I've tried strict diets. I've tried nothing but the greens. I've tried like staying away from starch. I tried all kinds of diets, but the one that really stuck with me was intermittent fasting, and I think it
Yep.
just kind of it resonates with who I am. You know what I mean? Because it leaves me in a space where, like, yo, as long as I'm not eating between this time and this time, I ain't got to think about it. And then when I decide to eat, you know what I mean? I might be able to even throw back a steak and cheese and still lose weight. You know what I'm saying? With that approach, the intermittent fasting approach. You know what I
Right.
mean? And that's what works for me. Brian, on the other hand, Brian likes the calorie counting. He likes the meal prepping. He like all of it for Brian. All of it kind of how can I say it? It's like they build on top of each other. If he got up and worked out in the morning, and I think this works in general anyway. But if he got up and worked out in the morning, then he feels
Mhm.
more inclined to eat good. If he ate good, then he feels more inclined to make sure he's not eating after hours, drinking beer, you know what I mean, that kind of thing. So I,
Right.
I like Brian's approach too, man. Watching it more than anything, not doing it.
I like
Man.
that. Yeah, no, that's cool, man. Because you know, all of us, you know, we have our own story, but a lot of us live a life very similar to someone else. We just may not know it. And so, with both of you guys coming in from, like you said, Frank, at different aspects in your journey, on different timelines, different mindsets, you know, you guys might connect with different kids. So, if you got a group of 7 kids, you know, yeah, you can work on, you know, trying to figure out a way to connect to that group in, you know, whatever way possible. It's not like you're trying to connect to 20 something kids. But with both of you, you guys are more likely to succeed because, you know, one kid may resonate more with Brian. Just the way he speaks, just the way he looks is where someone else might resonate more a little bit with you. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys are coming both from, you know, yeah, coming from different experiences and perspectives, but with the same goal in mind. So wherever that kid jumps in on that timeline, you know, they're going to be okay. They're going to be good for it. Um, and then that works in the sense for the parents too, because, you know, as a parent, if I'm, you know, letting my kids go out, hang out with some random dude, okay, you know, this dude is cool, but oh shit, you know, my kid is hanging out with a couple of brothers that are really set on this. Like, there's something there that, you know, like in the power of twos, man. there's just a little bit more extra, you know, that kind of feels like it's going to be a little bit more okay. You know what I'm saying? A little more structured, a little bit more
Yeah,
approachable. So yeah,
yeah,
I'm liking that, man. I'm really excited that you guys are, you know, brainstorming and coming up with ways to go ahead and get that going. Because I think, yeah, yo, Frank, I believe in you. So I had a feeling from the beginning you'd be successful individually, but with Brian there too, yo, y'all got that shit. Like, there's,
man.
yeah, it's gonna pop off. I really believe it will, man.
Uh, so you know what? Before I know today we're gonna get into spinning the wheel, guys. Man, I ain't really have a topic. Brian ain't really have a topic. Hector ain't have a topic, and that's okay because we
Right.
got backup plans, we got strategies, we got the will. But you know what? I do want to share one thing, Hector. Man, I'm actually really I've been excited all week, man, because I really feel like my this this all inclusive service package I'm putting together is like really coming together. It's making sense to me. I feel good
Okay.
about it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm getting ready to like pass the templates over that I created to the people to make up the website, right?
Yep.
And I'm actually ahead of schedule. Man, I'm supposed to be working on my website for 4 weeks, but after I pass from this, it's no longer in my hands. So that kind of jumps me ahead of schedule, and I
Mm.
can move on to other parts of the process. And I decided to go ahead and just like since I'm ahead of schedule, I decided to go ahead and start creating an ebook that's gonna come out and gonna complement my services. And
Okay.
it's the ebook is about functionality. You know what I mean? Like functionality in the home. I'm calling it. I'm titling it "More Function in Your Conjunction Junction." That's the title of my book. Okay.
Okay.
More function in your conjunction junction. It just talks about the power of functionality and giving a understanding of it and talking deeper on it. And then it talks about the power of recluttering. I mean,
Okay.
recluttering, reorganizing, and decluttering.
Okay.
So,
All right.
yeah, yeah. So it's gonna be a small book, but I'm just excited about it, bro. I've been working on it. This is my second day only, man. But me and Chat GPT, man, we piecing it together real quick. Hey.
Hey,
And
that's all it take, man. Little drive, little willingness, man. Hell yeah.
yeah, yeah, and I get to place that as like a constant resource for my business. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Anybody who wants to learn about my business, well, hey, I'm about functionality. Frank Tooley, handy solutions. You know what I mean? I'm about creating functionality in the home and geared towards that. You know what I
Right.
mean? If you want to know more about functionality, yeah, well, check out my ebook, man. More function in your conjunction junction. Okay.
That's fun, man. I like it. That was a lot of fun.
Man, I'm excited about that, man. Excited.
Oh yeah, it should be. Y'all, it's the year impact, man. You know, that's what we do. Whatever, however, we got to
Yeah,
make that impact, man. And if that impact even only just impacts ourselves, impacts the true nature within, you know, that willingness to be a better person. Hey, it's there.
yeah.
But if someone else could feel it, you know, then bet. I'm all about it.
Sir.
All right, so I'll get right into spinning the wheel, man. If y'all thinking that we want to do that.
Hey, man, throw that thing up there, man. Brian real quiet tonight over
Yep, spin the wheel.
All right, let's do it. All right, so we've got what, like 7 topics up here, 6 or 7 topics. So yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
That's what we put this one up on here a while ago. Has the social skills in America declined?
Social skills in America decline. Who want to start with that one, man?
I'll pick it up, man. I feel like in some ways it has declined, because yeah, I remember, man, being a kid, you know, my mom or grandpa or somebody give me like $3 and be like, run in there and go get me this. And I'd run into the store and go get that, you know, and I had to be clear. Okay, hey, I want that thing. Let me get that. Here's the change. Like, there was a lot of interaction, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was a lot of you know, that close quarter communication where like you had to be very clear and precise with what you were asking or saying. And I feel like nowadays it's kind of moved away from that. You know, you see like a lot of like an example is a lot of businesses don't operate in cash, you know. It's all, you know, tap your card, this here, do that, or order ahead and stuff. So all you've got to do is just go in, find your order up on the shelf somewhere and grab it and go. Like, you don't even really got to talk to anybody nowadays. You know, that, you know, we really focused on that convenience and we eliminated a lot of that middleman and that communication, which it's cool to have it, you know, especially if you're on the go. But then, yeah, I feel like the social skills kind of have eliminated, because when people are forced to kind of talk to each other, a lot of times I see, you know, like I didn't want to talk to anybody today, or it gets awkward, or like people kind of retreat out of that.
Yeah.
And I see it a lot with my kid, man. Like just today, we had an orthodontist appointment, and you know, the doctor's talking to him about his teeth and everything, and he's like hearing her, but like he had to ask her, like, I'm sorry, what'd you say? Like, really listen to what she was saying. He had to have her reiterate it, because it went in one ear and went out the other, because he wasn't expecting conversation, you know. So it's like I see it in some ways where it has declined, and but on the other side of that coin, like there are ways that it has improved, because it's also helped sharpen what you need to say. So instead of having that long drawn out yada 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 yada, this and that, boom, done. You know, like, you can be very clear, because that's, people are really looking for that quick interaction and then getting the hell out of there.
Yeah.
So I feel like personally, I feel like it's gotten worse, you know, especially with the whole COVID thing. There was a whole generation of kids that had to deal with that shit. And some of them, you know, that was in a critical time of learning. But again, on the other hand, I feel like it's gotten a little more precise in a way. I don't know, like, yeah, I've seen it both ways. That's a tough way to, or a tough one to kind of nail down, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see plus and minuses in it myself. What you think, B?
Yeah, I feel like in a way it's kind of like evolved, right? So like social skills as they are now, definitely not like they were when we were, you know, kids, children. You know, there are some aspects of it that, you know, have progressed, and there's definitely ways where it has, you know, digressed. So like for example, like I feel like a lot of things are lost now, like, you know, things that we would consider like, you know, common courtesy, or just like, you know, basic basic manners. You know, a lot of that's lost on like, you know, the younger generation growing up. You know, like, you know, when we were raised, like, you know, we were told, you know, to excuse yourself in conversation.
Mm.
Please, thank you, yes sir, no ma'am. Things like that. Those types of nuances in conversation. They're not really being expressed anymore. A lot of that, I guess, it has to do with like the way like our generation have been raising their kids, right? Or maybe the generation prior to us. And then a lot of that comes with like social media and stuff too. A lot of the interaction that does go on between people nowadays isn't in person. A lot of it's like you could be conversing with someone halfway across the world, and in that way, that kind of changes things as well. Things like grammar has changed, right? So it's like a lot of grammatical errors are not being corrected. A lot of people, they gotten so used to like text in a certain way that now they're writing that way, or they may even be speaking that way, right? So that's another way that it's kind of changed. Dang, I had a thought. I mean, I guess there are ways where it's kind of a little. It may be better in some ways. Like I feel like there's a certain level of sensitivity that that the kids coming up now have that we didn't have when we were younger. Like they're more aware of like like uh you know like the pronouns and things like that. They're more mindful of things like that. Someone in our generation might kind of like brush it off. Hey, this looks like a man. I'm gonna call him a man. Whereas a younger person might be like, oh no, but he identifies as female, so call him her, right?
Man,
No, I'm just saying, like they have sensitivities that we don't have. Like that's stuff that we would brush off. Like
I don't know if that's a sensitivity though. You know what I'm saying? Be that
it kind of is a sensitivity, right? Because I mean, I think
definitely a mindfulness, right? But when I think about sensitivity, right, like I don't know, I don't feel like I can't call it a sensitivity, right? I think it's just mindfulness because if you don't get it right, then you might get some backlash. So it's not even about like sensitivity. Like some people like, especially if you up on screens and you talking, you want to make sure you're mindful of the right words you say. You don't want to offend somebody. These people out here start screaming like a nut if you get it wrong. Like, bro, I don't know you. You look like a man. Hello. Like I was just coming in to buy a soda. Like you know what I mean?
Actually
My bad.
reminds me of
Damn, sir. Like
there was like
to
a
me,
viral video.
those conversations get long, so they don't want you. They don't want to talk about. They don't want to give you common courtesy and say hello or hold the door. But you get the miss or the man wrong, then it turns into a whole conversation and fight. You know what I'm saying? And I just came here to pick up my thing and go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There are some things that I do find a little over the top, like like if you're addressing like a group of people, before you could just be like, hey, you guys, whatever, right? You guys. Whereas now, if it's a mixed group, they may have an issue with that, which I think is kind of funny. Even in the Spanish language, it's starting to affect the Spanish language. Like, I mean, nosotros. Now, I don't know. It's all crazy, but
and listen,
that is something that I find kind of intriguing, right? And with the social media, as Frankie alluded to, cancel culture is really a thing nowadays. Like people,
you got to be goddamn sensitive. If you call that sensitivity, then you got to be sensitive, okay? You'll get they're gonna cancel this whole podcast. I say the wrong thing, okay? You gonna go down. You gonna get some bad reviews because you roll with me. All right,
bro. We get canceled before we even get off the ground. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for real. But things like that, common courtesy, like even going to like a place of business nowadays, things that should just be regular customer service, now might be looked at as going above and beyond because a lot of these people, they don't know how to address customers. They don't know how to treat them with like a
That's a good
certain
ass
level of
point.
respect.
That's a good ass point, B.
Yeah, like
That's a good ass point, man. Because you know
like
what,
that.
B? When I'm out there on the road, when I'm out there in the fields, man, like it must be lost in some generations above too. Because when I'm out there on the field, like people doing the same thing I do. Like I remember one time going to pick a box. The lady called me to assemble something. I went to go get the box to bring it upstairs, and then she was like, "Oh, you'll bring it upstairs?" I was like, "Yeah." Like, what's the problem? She's like, "Oh, the lab guy gave me a hard time." I'm like, "Jesus Christ, it really ain't hard to get a 5-star out here. All I did have to do was pick up the damn box and bring it upstairs, bro." Making it hard, yo.
Yeah, little simple things like that. Greeting. Ask them if there's anything that they need, or is there like anything else? Stuff like that. A lot of stuff like you might walk in somewhere, somebody's got their head in their phone, barely acknowledge you, and then when they do, they might like treat it like it's a problem. They got to put their phone down for a second.
Yeah.
Like, yo.
Yeah.
So social skills definitely has taken a dip, in my opinion.
Okay.
I agree. I think social skills, especially if you're talking about like person to person interaction.
Yeah, face to face interaction.
That definitely is taking a wild dip. But like there's a lot of things I do like about like society now that we didn't have back in the day. Like now it's really choice. Like, you know what I mean? You really have a choice of where you want to communicate with people at. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, back in the day, you communicated with your family and people you went to school with. If you went to church, you went to a local church, somewhere within range. Things like that. But now it's like, yo, you don't got to go to the local church. You could turn the TV on and watch the mass somewhere else. You know what I mean? You don't have to communicate with the people. I mean, you got to live with the people around you, but you don't have to like really engage with them or be really entertaining them or worried about them. You could go join a Facebook group surrounded, with a bunch of skateboarders if you like skating, or a bunch of gamers if you like gaming. Like, you know what I mean? In that aspect, or if you into personal growth or mental health, you join groups for that too. You know what I mean? And they have that in wild abundance now. You know what I mean? I feel like, yo, the social interactions has taken a dip, and I mean a lot. It's just that it's so much more going on. You get what I'm saying? It's just so much more going on. Where like, yo, if I wanted to brainstorm with matter of fact, I don't even got to brainstorm with nobody now. I can use Chat GPT. I don't even need a human being anymore. You know what I mean? But back in the day, if you wanted to brainstorm, I had to have Hector. I had to have Brian. You know what I'm saying? But now you don't need none of that. It is really awkward in person, man. People are a little more awkward in person, man. But I don't know. There's still social butterflies out here though, man. I like seeing them in action, yo.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's interesting because Brian, you had said something that gave me a thought, man, when you were talking about like the language. And I know that, not just language barriers speaking a different language, but just language barriers with different words or different usage across different generations is a thing too. Because not too long ago, maybe like in the second half of 2023, there was a conversation that came up about people using the word "you're welcome" or saying "no problem." And
okay, yeah.
I'm one of the guys that, no problem. Like, it wasn't a problem for me to do, what was asked, or me to take care of that thing you were worried about. Yeah. So instead of saying "you're welcome," no problem, because that's what it was. It was not a problem. No worries. Yeah. And that to me is a form of saying you're welcome as well. But I know some people are just like, why don't you just say you're welcome? Well, what's the difference? Like, the task that had you worried was handled. and it wasn't a problem. And I'm letting you know that it was not a problem. I'm not denying you that you are welcome, because of course, if I didn't want to do it, I wouldn't have done it, and then you would have realized it was a problem. You know what I mean? But like usage of different words, I noticed have been, you know, like kind of part of that communication issue too, because you know you were talking about pronouns and using the him and her, or they, or whatever it is, and yeah, that usage of words is just, you know, it just kind of does differentiate as the generations go along. You know, there's just different things, there's different ways to say the same thing, and some people take offense to it. Some people are a little more intrigued and, you know, ask, hey, why was it no problem? Why not just you're welcome? And they, you know, do some understanding. But then on the other end of that, some people are just like, what do you mean? Like, you know, they get a little irritated with your response. And so, you know, sometimes when someone shows that kind of behavior, yeah, you know what, hey, I'm not going to talk to you. I'm going to avoid talking to as many people as I can because of that kind of thing. You know, that it exists, unfortunately, in our world, where there's a lot of confusion that can fall behind it, just different words. And so to avoid it altogether, you know, hell, I'm gonna pop in the headset and you can't hear me, I can't hear you, we won't have to talk, shit will still get done. You know, like we actively seek to avoid nowadays, you know what I'm saying, because of things like that. And I feel like that's kind of one of the bigger contributors to the social skills declining, because people, you know, that word sensitive, man, it, you know, there's a couple of meanings behind it, but yeah, people are a little more sensitive to the way things are done or the way things are said. And so when you realize you're dealing with someone like that, you tend to avoid it. And you just,
people are sensitive, period, bro. People are sensitive, period. And now more than ever, I don't know if it's because we raised the next gen to open their mouth and speak up and stuff like that. But now more than ever, although I feel like things now are more of a mental, spiritual battle than it was a physical battle back in the day, right? But now more than ever, because it's more of a spiritual, mental battle, now everybody want to fight for something. You got this cause doing this over here, Black Lives Matter over here, LGBTQ, you know, doing this over here. You know, we stand for Iraq, Donald Trump. Everything's a fight. Everything's a fight. You know what I'm saying? No matter what you see, Mr., Miss, somebody want to fight. I voted for who? You know they want to fight. They just put it up there. You know what I mean? They're like, I voted for him. You know what I mean? It's like, everybody wants to fight. You know what I mean? I'm not really
that's
with
a good point, bro. That's a good
I'm not
point.
really with none of this stuff. Like, you know what I mean? It's so strange. Like I'm not. I can be sensitive to anybody, man. You know what I mean? But it got to be something real. Don't come trying to pick a fight with me because I called you, you know, man, when you look like a miss, but you identify as a guy, bro. Listen, look, you know what I mean? How about you give me your name and I'll call you by your name?
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
What is your name, person?
You want to fight about him, her? How about we exchange names like we used to do back in my day, and I'll call you by your name. How about that? You know what I mean? Because most of the time when I hear about that stuff, like, yo, bro, when I was in middle school and they were talking about gay rights and stuff like that, right? Bro, I was the guy on the fence, like, I don't care. Like, really, I don't give a fuck. Like, they do what they want. You know what I'm saying? That was me. You know what I mean? I don't feel like that changed much, y'all. I can let people do y'all do what y'all do, man. Y'all ain't hurt, y'all ain't killing nobody. You ain't hurting yourself or nobody else. But everybody out here want to be hurting somebody. Everybody out here want to be hurt. They want to be hurt. I called you miss you, now you want to fight. You upset. You know what I mean? Like, bro, come on, man. Look, man. I was just about to ask you for direction. That's it. Clearly,
you made a good point too, though.
Huh?
You made a real good point, Frank, when you said that everybody's learning to speak up, because you know, back when we was kids, yo, you shut up. Like if you were told to shut up, you shut up. You know, you don't ask why. Not like you didn't ever ask questions. You know, when we were little, we just did as we were told.
Yeah.
But I feel like this really started with our group, because I feel like all of us asked our parents at some point why. Like what, like that's just natural for kids to do. Why?
Why?
But when we got older, we started to realize, well, there's a good reason why we asked why. So you're not just going to go ahead and continue on with your shit behavior. I'm going to fucking challenge you now. You thought you was an adult then. Now I'm an adult now. I'm asking you why. You can't answer why. We got a problem. You know what I'm saying? So we are in that sense where we do want to kind of fight back, because a lot of the generation before us and like our parents or grandparents, they didn't really like answering questions, like they didn't, it is what it is and that's that. But our generation now, we're not doing that. Like, give me a good reason and then, we can work together for a solution. And we've taught that to our kids too. So they're willing to speak up. And so, yeah, that communication does feel like more of a battle, because back then it was just fine. I'll do it because you said it. Now it's like, no, we got to meet halfway. There's not just, you're going to tell me what to do and that's that. And the other generations have a problem with that. It comes off disrespectful, in a sense. Whereas when we were growing up, it was disrespectful to us now. Like, hey, why didn't you answer my questions when I was wondering? I was curious. So I feel like a lot of that, what you were saying about, I put a bumper sticker on my car. I voted for this. Well, yeah, that's me speaking my mind out loud. Come challenge me kind of shit. People do that. I feel like that's an invitation to start a conversation, whether it be a productive conversation or a fucking argument. But like, it is an invitation.
That's what it is. Anybody who represent, anybody who's representing anything right now, man, that's how I feel anyways. Y'all want to fight about something.
Mm-hmm.
I want to fight about it.
Man.
Yeah.
I had to block a few people on both sides, or on many sides, should I say. Like, if you leaning too far left, I'm blocking your ass. If you lean too far right, I'm blocking your ass, bro. Like, I don't want you up and down my feed.
No,
talking about
right.
Trump this, Biden that. Then they call they have like these little stupid nicknames for each other. I'm like, yo, bro. Oh, like libtards, right? That's what.
Yeah.
That's what Republicans call Democrats. They call them libtards.
Sheesh.
I'm like, yo,
Sheesh.
You're a grown ass man. What are you doing? Like,
right?
Nothing
It's
better to
fucking
do
weird.
with your time. Like, you realize, like, yo, this was your neighbor. Like, you guys, I remember being at parties with you guys, two you guys at the same time, and everything was cool. Now I come online, y'all coming at each other all crazy. I'm like, what's this about?
Right. Yeah, politics and religion, man, they bring out the worst in people when it comes to those conversations, man. And it's
like
oof. I don't know. I tell you, we'd probably be better out with without both of them, But
I think that's one thing.
It's crazy.
That's one thing our elders got right. Back in the day, that's when you don't discuss religion and politics.
Yep. You don't do it.
Why.
You don't do it. Yep.
Opens up a can of worms.
Yeah. And yeah, to add to both of y'all point, man, yeah, people are looking to be pushed. Like, I wish a motherfucker would. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, I feel like everybody's there right now. Like, just waiting for somebody come along.
I dare somebody challenge me on my beliefs. Like,
bro, people are ready for it. They got the whole script and everything ready to spill. Like, as soon as you challenge it, it's coming, man. And that's really where we are.
You know what? Now saying that, maybe the world is up. Maybe the world is more social.
My trap card.
The world is more social, and they just choosing what you want. What you gonna talk to them about by putting their sign up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm having a conversation about this, you angry motherfuckers.
Like, somebody can take the bait.
For real, somebody gotta take the bait, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It just won't be me. It just won't be me, man.
Yeah,
I definitely caught myself like just scrolling past something. Like, I might have considered leaving the comment, but I was like, no. I think I'll pass on this one, because then they might rebuttal, and then I have to respond to their response.
Yeah, I've deleted comments before too, bro. I'm like, I don't know if I want this fight, man.
Yeah,
like sometimes
comments, text messages.
Like, you know what? I could already see where this is gonna lead, so let me just delete it. I'm not even gonna hit send.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just leave it alone.
And
Go about my day.
yo, and that's another aspect that adds to the social skills, because we're like, I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to deal with the same rhetoric, that's out there on the internet, the same bullshit. No, we're gonna avoid all that. So we're just not gonna communicate. And so yeah, it just kind of, like Frankie said, we just kind of pick and choose the things we want to talk about. And if nothing happens to align, then well shit, we ain't got nothing to talk about. And that's that,
Most days I like to keep it light.
Yeah.
I might
Right.
share a meme or something that makes somebody laugh.
Yeah. I explore comedy, man. I love that shit. Like, it's funny. We were just having this conversation at work the other day about, things we laugh at, things we find funny. And, it's sad, man, but hey, it is what it is. We all got our sense of humor. And I always find myself laughing at misfortune. So if somebody's coming around the corner, gets scared and they're freaking the fuck out, like, it's funny to me. Or if somebody's walking and they start falling down the steps or something, it's funny. Unfortunately, I find that kind of shit funny. It's a little dark humor in a sense, but some people have that same flavor and other people don't. And it's like, what is it that makes you get going? But I feel like laughter is the thing that just gets everybody on board. Whatever you're laughing at, if you can be laughing, I feel like everybody can jump on that shit. It's lightning. It's definitely taking the stress and the load off of all the heavy shit.
Yeah.
So I love comedy, man. Like any kind of funny meme or any kind of funny post or video or whatnot. Like, yeah, that's what my feeds usually on Facebook is, just a bunch of funny shit. Because I'm trying to avoid all the politics. I'm trying to avoid all of the religious. I don't want to get on there for that.
You know what, man? Since I've been on this whole personal growth journey, and I stepped away from like having a TV in my room and being off of social media and stuff like that. Like, I'm never in the know. I'm never in the know, bro. I don't even know what the weather is until I go outside. Like, that's just me.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Side note, I think it's kind of dope that I'm never in the know, because like, even when I go talk to my grandmother and she wants to tell me everything about the news, it's all new news to me, man. I'm learning from my grandma. Like, we could have a conversation. You get what I'm saying? But talking about those jokes you was just talking about, bro, I remember this whole thing that was going on with some girl and Gorilla Glue in her hair, right? When it was happening, I didn't know what was going on, right? I go to Home Depot and I'm looking for Gorilla Glue, and I said to the young man, I said, "Hey, I'm looking for some Gorilla Glue," like, and then he goes, like, start laughing, right?
Okay.
and then like two of his other coworkers walked up and they're like, "Yo, what happened?" And he was like, "Oh no, I was thinking about the girl that did the thing with the Gorilla Glue." Like, now all three of them like standing in front of me laughing. I'm just looking around like, "Yo, can y'all show me what a Gorilla Glue is?" What y'all talking about, man? No, I do like comedy too, though, man. Good laugh is a great way to connect, man. And I mean comedians actually did that. Like Richard Pryor and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of big name comedians that kind of brought even people together. You know what I mean? Through comedy. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
People that might have been warring with each other, they brought them together through comedy. So I think a good laugh is a good way, man.
I mean,
we
the three of us. We could hit another spin if you wanted. Oh yeah. I was just gonna say, like, comedy, like, for us, I feel like a lot of where comedy came from for me, man. We grew up watching Dave Chappelle's show. We watched
that was high school,
all the wild and crazy shit that went on there, man. Like, it resonated with me, and I still find that shit funny. You know what I mean? Like that. Just that rambunctious, raunchy shit, man. Like, fuck it. We're going balls to the wall. We're going to be crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm all about that kind of stuff, man. And I feel like, Dave Chappelle, like, if we're going to talk about him for a second, that guy's intelligent. He's cultured. He's been all over the place, but like, he's been able to talk to all different walks of life and make them laugh. You know what I'm saying? So you've got both Republican and Democratic. You've got, hetero and homosexual. Like, you've got all sorts of people in his audience, and all of them are sharing a laugh. So it's kind of cool what comedy can do for for just human nature, man. Because we're all a bunch of assholes running around. So if we get a good laugh, then everything is good.
Dave Chappelle can get a pass, man, but from what I'm hearing, it's real hard for a lot of comedians out here nowadays with this cancel culture. Okay, watch your mouth.
Yeah.
Watch your mouth, okay? When y'all talking to him, her, he, she, right?
This comedian's been turning on each other.
Yeah, it's cutthroat right now, man.
A lot of that going on, right?
Yeah. It's been going on for a minute. The cat. Yeah, cat. He exposed that shit, bro. He opened the gate on that one, man.
Yo, man, I don't even think we got time for another spin, man. That might take another 30, 40-minute conversation, bro.
Oh, you're right. We get too deep.
Man. So, you want to get into mind to matter from mind to matter?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, guys, man. From mind to matter. I don't know why I'm still touching this mic. From mind to matter. From our heads to your eyes. No need to visualize. Mid-Journey will share with you exactly what's on our mind. And with that, it's time for From Mind to Matter. Hector, take it away, bro.
Sir. So I created this picture just for just a moment ago, but I did it off our first half of our conversation. With that whole mentoring thing, that whole mentorship, that guiding hand, just being willing to take time out of your day. So I got a couple of dudes here. If you look at it, they're, it's like a couple of guys helping each other out, put a tree together made out of puzzle pieces, because life's mystery, man, is, just trying to figure shit out along the way, the most effective way, the best way to do it. And it's a lot easier, based on our last episode. Frank, you had said something about being in the video game, being at level 20 and somebody's coming in at level 1. Well, if you help them out, they're going to get to level 20 a lot faster than you did, which is what the goal is. That's the whole point. So, I figured this was kind of abstract, but cool in a way. You got one guy helping out another guy put this puzzle tree together and just figuring shit out, So
I like that, bro. I like the pieces with like the puzzle and stuff like that. I really do want you to give me a poster of the one from last week, man. I love that one.
I got you. I could do that.
Growing the plant baby or whatever.
Yeah,
that one was dope, man.
Yeah,
I like these.
It's kind of fun doing.
That was kind of dope, yo.
It's kind of fun doing these on the fly, man, because I got to be real quick with my prompt and how I refine it, so it gives us something good and something fun to look at. So doing it on the fly is kind of a challenge, but it's a cool challenge, man.
Hey, man, you're real good at that. You're real good at this, man. This is really gonna be one of the best parts of our store, man.
Hey, yeah, that's the point, man. We want every time we get up here, bro, we got a message. We're coming with that impact. So I feel like mentorship, coaching. These are opportunities for impact. You make a change in your own life too, as much as you do for whomever it is you're coaching or mentoring. And so, I felt like this one it was impactful to me. I had a bunch of options, and this one just felt cool, like seeing the tree being built together. I'm like, I'll fuck with it, man. I like it, So,
that one's dope, yo.
Yeah, man. So we'll get that one up on the store at some point too, when that's all live and ready. Still working on it, y'all, by the way.
Yeah, got a lot of things in the work right now, man.
Lots of things for sure.
We're trying not to spread ourselves too thin.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a lot of things I want to do before I go, man. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things I like. I mean, if I had to die today, I gotta die today. You know what I'm saying? But just let it be easy. But like, but if I don't, there is a lot of things I want to do. There's a lot of things I want to try. There's a lot of things I want to experience in this lifetime before I go. There's a lot of things to experience. It's just like, so it's like when I think about that, like, I experienced playing a video game. I experienced playing thousands of video games to this point in my lifetime. You know what I mean? I can sit there, and don't get me wrong, video games are a good experience, but I bet you that don't feel nothing like trying to climb Mount Everest. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
You know what I mean? And it's just to say I did it, just to have the feeling, just to do something different. Like when these guys go climbing mountains, bro, they out there for days. You know what I mean? They're fixing up tents. their whole life is about survival for however long it takes to get up and down that mountain.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And it can't claim your life. So
And they claim, yeah. So I one day want to take a journey like that. To me, that would be like a spiritual thing. It'll be like, yo, it's something way removed from my norm. I grew up in a house, bro. You know, I live every day in my house, man. Go stay outside in the mountains for 9, 10, 12 days, however long it takes. You know what I'm saying?
right.
That's going to be different. That's going
I'll
to be
do something
eye-opening.
cool, but I ain't climbing no mountain.
Yeah.
Man, I'll spend some time in the woods maybe, but a mountain, nah, I'm cool.
Yeah,
You know,
what extreme
the
thing
higher-
would you do, B?
the
Skydiving?
higher you go,
Bungee jumping?
maybe skydiving, because you know that's very temporary. You know, you climbing up a mountain.
Yeah.
It's like you said. It could take days to get up there, and the higher you get up there, the thinner the air
harder
gets,
it is.
the
Yep.
colder it gets. Like, you know, you're torturing yourself.
Really,
you can
and
freeze to
you
death.
can't prepare for those kinds of extremes, man,
No.
unless you're in that shit. You know, like you don't know what the hell that's like being up at that altitude and that kind of cold. Like
Yeah, exactly.
you don't know
Which is
until
why I
you're
don't
in
wanna
that
do
shit.
it.
There's a lot of things we
Ooh.
don't know. Period, man. We only know what people tell us, bro. I heard about the Bermuda Triangle. I ain't never
maybe
been
not
there.
maybe not a tall mountain. You know, I'll climb like you know, I'll
I
do a hike.
definitely want to
You
start on
know,
the
hike a
taller
trail.
mountain.
Yeah, we
I
got
definitely wanna
lots
start-
of that. Got lots of mountain trails and hikes up here in Colorado, man. Like
Yeah,
Oh,
but yeah, it's
definitely not
like
starting on one with any snow neither, man.
no,
like
maybe
like a mountain trail, and just do like maybe like a little camping trip, camping excursion. That'd be kind of cool.
right.
You know?
Yeah, I feel like maybe
Out
I
there in
would
the
jump
woods,
out
the
of a plane,
bears.
man. I could probably see myself
you
jumping
know,
out of an airplane.
obviously, with
Like
the
Brian said,
instructor
it's
on my
temporary,
back.
man.
Yeah, I'll probably do it enough times where I can do it, you know, one time myself, because you know the first few times you have to have the instructor on your
Company.
back or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'll do it until I'm certified to do it myself.
Yeah.
You know what though?
That'd be an
Me,
experience.
if I ever did get to a point where I'm wanting to go climb Mount Everest, it got to start with baby steps. You know what I mean? That's the smartest way to go, man. I would start on a smaller mountain. I would start on whatever they consider beginner level for it. You know what I mean? But either way, man, I'm just talking about the experience, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Just experiencing something different, something way out of your norm, something that you wasn't born from. You get what I'm saying? It's like to a lot of people, the things we do every day, podcasting, going to work, you know what I mean, taking care of the kids, like, yo, that's to them that's life. And that's I mean, it is life, but that's life, you know what I mean? And they think that's the extent of life. That's as far as life goes. It's the only thing that matters is right here. But yo, it's so much more. You know what I mean? Out here where we feel like you may have, they feel like you have to raise kids until they're 18 or something. In another country, it's different. You know what I'm saying? In another country, it's different. We eat until freaking 8 o'clock at night. They stop somewhere at 5. I want to experience that. I would go live somewhere else for a little while just to experience it. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just want to get out of my norm, man. I want to feel something. I want to feel something different, man. Our dad is from the islands, man. I want to go see what the hell he ran away from, man. I want to see what that's like.
Oh man. Yeah, one of my bucket list things, man. Like, you know, I've only recently actually started like kind of thinking about a bucket list.
Yeah.
But travel is really on that list. Like I want to go to different countries. I kind of want to see what it's like in Japan and how they live. I want to go.
My cousin
and
going
see,
there soon.
You know what they do in
Next
Greece. You know, and I want to visit these other kinds of places, man, and see just. You know, and not be out there for like a week or something. Like be out there for a minute. You know, maybe a month. You know, just stay out there or something and experience that lifestyle. Like, I feel like that would be cool, man. So like when I hit retirement, you know, if I'm good and healthy and and wealthy enough, man, yo, I'm taking a whole year and I'm gonna live in a whole bunch of different places for like a month, man. I'm gonna try it out, bro.
Hey man, I say don't wait, man. Little steps. Again, we start little, man. I mean, if you got to
Yeah,
start traveling out here in the States, fuck, start traveling in the States, man. See, yo, there's a lot of beautiful things in Connecticut alone. A lot of beautiful places in Connecticut. I was in freaking Weston, Connecticut not too long ago, bro, and I drove across the little bridge. I had a little waterfall over there. I'm like, yo, am I still in Connecticut? Where am I?
right,
You
right.
know what I'm saying? Yo, you have to move around, yo. You gotta get around, man. You should start. You should start right now, man. I've been to Niagara Falls.
Yep, I've been there.
Yeah, yo, just you start now. Go to different museums or whatever. Cause yo, you if you could do it here and gain some experience and know what you like to go see and what you're attracted to and stuff like that, learn it right here. When you go across the country, you know exactly what you want to be doing and where you want to be at too, right?
I think for me, it's more the people, the experience of the culture and the people, because like
Different cultures and
America
stuff.
is America, you know, like
Yeah.
anywhere I go in America
Yeah.
is going to be convenient. I can get on the phone or whatever. I want to be in a place where it's like it's not that easy. I've got to maybe pull out the map on my phone or like a paper map. And yeah, I want to have that experience kind of thing where it's like it's
I think America could
not
surprise you, bro.
America.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I think
there's probably
America
some
could
parts of
surprise
America
you,
is
bro.
still kind of like that.
Yeah,
You
down
go to
south
a
don't feel
rural
nothing like
area.
Connecticut, man. Down
For
down
real?
south don't feel. Yeah, down south in the country don't feel nothing like New York. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no, I can imagine that. Yeah, I've been to New York, I've been to Philly, I've been um up in the East Coast, obviously with Connecticut. I've been Florida. Like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like anywhere where
Yeah.
there's like a major city, it's a lot of the same shit. So I got to go
Yeah,
somewhere where there's
you gotta
not, you know.
I wouldn't
I need to
mind.
get somewhere where they do carnival, man.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be cool to
I wouldn't mind
experience that for
starting.
sure.
I wouldn't mind starting in the U.S.
Right,
Speaking of
right.
Carnival, I guess something that could be somewhat similar to that is like Mardi Gras. If you go down to New Orleans and
hmm
experience Mardi Gras one time, I think I might do that. Go to New Orleans one time during Mardi Gras, and there's just like a lot of different things to experience across the country. The U.S. is kind of big. You go
Yeah,
out to the desert. We have the Great Canyon. You know what I'm saying?
I've been there. Yep, I've been there.
uh,
That place, oof.
the
There's a
Great
thing called the Call of
Lakes,
the Void, man. I've
Yellowstone
experienced
Park,
that.
The Call of the
the
Void.
Call of the Void.
Yeah, I was standing literally right on the edge at the Grand Canyon, and I'm like on the edge, and I'm looking down, and it's like 200-300 feet. Like if I fall, I'm done. Like the wind
Done.
pushed
Yeah.
me the wrong way, I'm done. And I'm standing there at the edge, and I feel like the edge was like, "Hey, come on!" And I'm like, "Oh shit!" It's when you're that close to it all being over. They call it the Call of the Void. And I was basically like right there, dude. That was an experience, man. Standing right there at the end of it all, like, oh gosh, that's it. The Grand Canyon is a really cool place to go to, man.
Imagine you would have took that leap and it would have brought you somewhere else.
Yeah,
You are now in the void, my man.
yeah, you ain't on Earth no more, shit.
Might not pat you on the back. We commend you, man. A lot of your people ain't. They're afraid to take that leap when we call them, but you
Hey,
took it.
that's some Matrix shit right there, man. You just wake up.
You never know until you know,
Ooh,
man.
you know? Oh man. Shit, we already hit that hour, fellas. It always comes by quick, man. I love the way these conversations end up, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, if y'all got any closing thoughts, let's hear it. But otherwise, yeah, get us up out of here, man.
Nah, man, I'm excited. I'm excited, bro. I actually, you know what? I hope we have time on Sunday. I wouldn't mind recording again on Sunday, man. I'll be ready. Be ready for some more talk by then.
Oh yeah. I'll see what's up. I think we'll probably squeeze it in. All right, well shit, with that note then, I get us up out of here. So for all y'all that came through and let us borrow some time, we'll see you next week on Peace of Your Mind.
Yeah, mine.
Much love.